The full Play It Today breakdown is linked in the description on theircheck.com. For aliens, Thanatos Encounter, the useful answer is not which modern version should you buy. It is, unless you already have legal access, most players should probably skip it. This is a Game Boy Color Alien game from 2001. That alone makes it interesting to a very specific kind of player. Handheld licensed games, late Game Boy Color releases, top-down shooters, Alien franchise curiosities. If that is your lane, Thanatos Encounter has a reason to exist on your radar. But for everyone else, the Alien name is doing more work than the recommendation can support. This is not the best way to experience Alien today. It is not the easiest way. It is not the version you point a normal player toward when they ask for a good available Alien game. It is a niche handheld curiosity with awkward modern access and limited practical appeal outside a completist or research mindset. So who is it for? Alien handheld completists. Game Boy Color catchers, people specifically interested in how a small screen top-down shooter tried to turn Marines, missions, and xenomorph pressure into a portable action game. Who should skip it? Most players who just want a strong Alien game. For them, the better practical answer is somewhere else. Alien Isolation is the stronger modern choice for atmosphere and survival horror. Aliens. Fireteam Elite is the more relevant modern action shooter option, if the appeal is colonial marines against xenomorphs. Neither replaces Thanatos Encounter, but both are far easier to justify for a normal player. Now, the legal access question. For a normal new buyer, there is no good mainstream legal option clearly available for Aliens, Thanatos Encounter. No current official digital storefront listing, subscription release, collection, remaster, or remake was verified in the dossier. The game is documented as a Game Boy Color release, and that is the version that matters. So the only clean recommendation is the original Game Boy Color version, but only if you have legitimate access to a copy and a compatible way to play it. That might satisfy an enthusiast. It does not help a casual viewer who wants to buy something tonight. There is also no real version debate here. Unlike some retro games where the arcade version, console version, remake, and modern collection all compete, Thanatos Encounter is basically one relevant thing: the Game Boy Color original. The question is not which version is best. The question is whether the one version is worth the access friction. For most people, no. That also shapes the best version answer. There is no best current option for most players. There is no distinct low friction alternative. The purest option is the Game Boy Color original, legally owned and played through a valid setup. That is it. If you do start it, go in understanding what kind of game this is. It is a top-down handheld shooter built around mission-based play, marine selection, shooting, movement, and old portable game pacing. Secondary documentation points to password saving, which matters because this is not a modern autosave experience. Treat that as part of the game's period design, rather than a convenience feature. The practical adjustment is expectation. Small screen shooters from this era do not communicate space, threat, and movement the way modern action games do. You are reading compact rooms, managing simple pressure, and accepting that the game may feel stiff or limited. If your baseline is a modern Alien title, do not approach it like Alien Isolation in miniature. Do not expect Fireteam Elite on a Game Boy. Approach it as a licensed handheld action game, trying to compress the franchise into a small, functional, top-down format. And do not over-prepare. You do not need a walkthrough to decide whether this is for you. You need to know the controls, understand the marine and mission structure, and be ready for password error friction. If that sounds charming, you are probably the audience. If that sounds like work, the game has answered the question for you. The final call is simple. Aliens Thanatos Encounter is hard to recommend for most players today. Play it only if you already have legitimate access or you are deliberately exploring Aliens handheld history. If you just want a good Alien game now, choose a current official Alien release instead.